So today I'm going to be working on a wood tier tray using these Dollar Tree wood rulers and two of the little wood trays. I'm going to start by peeling off the number lines from the rulers. Now you're going to just line up the tray in the center where you want it. These ones are really easy because the heart is exactly in the center. And you're just going to put the wood glue, a nice generous amount, all over. And don't worry about, it seeping out of the edges, because once it dries you can just easily peel it off. Or you can wipe it. If you're gonna stain the wood, don't wipe it, let it dry so you can peel it off. Otherwise, the stain won't really take where the glue is wiped off onto the wood. So now you're just gonna wanna hold it in place. You can use little clips to hold it. That's what I did. And now you're just going to apply the wood glue all over the top for the top piece. I ended up switching back to my nozzle because it was just easier. Go ahead and add glue to both sides. And then carefully, we're just going to slide it into the top. And I went ahead and put the clips back on just to kind of hold it while I put the top half on. And then again, you're just gonna hold it in place for a couple of seconds while it starts to dry. And you can reclip the top. And then I'm just gonna clip the top part so that it'll hold while it dries. And since I am just going to be painting this, I will go ahead and wipe up the extra glue smudges where it seeped out around the edges. And then after that, you are going to let it fully dry before you do any painting or staining. And now that it's completely dry, I'm going to go in with the Martha Stewart satin paint in Dolphin Gray and just paint the whole thing. You're going to want to paint one coat, and then depending on if you want it darker or not, you can do a second coat. Now, I totally forgot to sand some of the edges first before I started painting, and I would highly recommend you do that and go in and sand them. So I'm just going to use this foam brush to paint the whole thing, and then I will go back in with a tiny bristle brush just to make sure I get all of the edges and like inside the little heart and all of that. And then once you paint your first coat, if you want to do a second coat, you'll let it completely dry and then do your second coat. And here you have your completed wood tier tray. For more DIY decor, subscribe and follow me on Instagram.